Hello everyone, welcome back to Mystical Blog channel where we dey give una tanda and better gist wey dey fly up and down from inside the palace of Ile-Ife. Yes, so my correct and wonderful people, how una dey? E don come again o. Kabiyesi don finally dey talk im mind for inside the palace. But wetin we go talk be say make we no go carry problem wey pass us for this life. Yes. Let us not carry any problem that will be bigger than us in this life. Yes, rightfully we know Kabiyesi as a traditionalist, he can marry many women in the palace. But all to no good and everything, the women wey Kabiyesi don marry with him own hand, pay their bride price now, don dey what? Show am wetin dey call shege for inside the palace of Ile-Ife. And first of all, Kabiyesi has already told these women, because we heard that because of the things the Oloris are doing in the palace, the Ile-Ife elders has come out and said, okay, we need to give these women punishment and everything. But Kabiyesi has been begging on the behalf of these Oloris them, that he doesn't want the Oloris them to face the kind of consequence the Ile-Ife elders, the Ifa priests, and the other diviners are saying against them. Most parapo, they have been working underground because of all these things. But the main thing is that Kabiyesi has been begging these women. Yes, Kabiyesi has been begging these women in the palace of Ile-Ife. Stop dragging my name. Stop dragging the name of Queen Naomi. But all to no good, we have seen what is happening in the palace of Ile-Ife right now. Yes, that these Oloris are really dragging the name of Queen Naomi in the mud, doing everything. We still know the instant that when she went for when she had a problem in the Ibadan Fun Fair, they did not even hesitate to start putting things on social media saying that the ex-wife of Ooni and everything, before Kabiyesi had to come out and said, no, this talk you people are doing, or these things you people are doing, is uncalled for. And they have come out with Kabiyesi now saying that Kabiyesi is not taking care of them and the children and stuff like that. So these women in the palace have been dragging Kabiyesi name. These women in the palace have been doing different things. And why people are not retaliating, or why people are not saying anything, is because it was Kabiyesi who used his hand to what? To do or to bring the problems that he's facing now inside the palace of Ile-Ife. Yes, it is Kabiyesi who brought his hand to what? To do everything that is happening, all the whole problems in the palace now. He has studied what? He's the one who what? Orchestrated with his hand. Because I wish he stayed with Queen Naomi and still follow this woman as concubine. It would be a very different thing entirely. Because if you look at everything, look at the scenario, look at all the whole things that are happening in the palace, most of these women did not even come when they were pregnant. It was just inside they came. The likes of Miriam, Adorunke, Temitope. It was only Ashley and Tobiloba we can still stand and say, okay, this one got pregnant then for Kabiyesi, which allegedly we are still looking at it without the DNA test. We will know that it's not Kabiyesi. So everything the Oloris them are doing inside the palace of Ile-Ife, Kabiyesi is no more happy with it again. Because if you can look at everything back and forth, most the Oloris have taken Kabiyesi to the court, saying that Kabiyesi is not paying this one, Kabiyesi is not paying that one. But the problem now inside the palace is that sometimes the Oloris are looking at the silence of Queen Naomi as a weakness, and looking at Kabiyesi, and Queen Naomi also is looking at the silence of Kabiyesi also as a weakness. But Kabiyesi has told them, Queen Naomi, inside the palace, and said that she should not what? Look at anything that is happening in the palace. But we can say, and from my own idea, from my own opinion, I can say Kabiyesi is still really unfair with Queen Naomi. Why don't you let her go once and for all, than her to be passing through all these humiliations these Oloris are doing here and there, physically, spiritually, bringing her name down, saying different things against her, bringing a bad narrative against her? Why don't you let her go and face the Oloris? Or why don't you what? Take the bull by the horn and what? Chase these women out of the palace. But Kabiyesi is still really waiting for the appropriate time and the best time to what? Do whatever he wants to do. But my correct and wonderful people, we feel that there is no correct time inside the palace now, because if Kabiyesi wants to take the bull by its horn, if Kabiyesi wants to do the necessary thing he needs to do, he needs to what? Face up and man up and tell these Oloris them to go out of the palace once and for all. Why the Ile-Ife elders are not that putting their minding their business in the palace is because of they are seeing it is a marital issue between Kabiyesi and his household. So most times their own problem is just for Ile-Ife well-being and everything. It's just that the Gezi ruling house and the Lafogidi ruling house are what are doing because of their in-laws, and maybe let's say they have something in common. Their daughter is married to Kabiyesi and Kabiyesi is married to their daughter. But without any stance or anything again, if you look at everything that is happening in the palace back and forth now, you will see that many things is against Kabiyesi and Queen Naomi. And that is why Kabiyesi has already come out and said that they should not drag his name and drag the Queen Naomi's name in the mud. They should not. That he knows what he's doing. That the Oloris time will soon be over in the palace. But the question that we are going to ask now is when and how. Yes, the question we are going to ask now inside the palace is now when and how will the everything matters. When will all these Oloris be out of the palace? Because we have seen different prophecies, and the thing about prophecy is that it doesn't have exact dates. It doesn't have the way you can avert the how you can walk towards it. That is why it's called prophecy. There are many prophecies in the palace which have come out and said the Oloris are going to use their hand to live, and maybe Kabiyesi has been waiting on that particular prophecy, and he has been telling Queen Naomi that she's still going to come back to the palace, this and that. So we can know patience is virtue, but in this case of scenario, there are things that you can't take or you can't do with patience. Yes, there are things you can't do with patience. There are things you can do with patience. So the Oloris in the palace are now what? Claiming and dragging Kabiyesi that Kabiyesi is what? Is manipulating them. And it's the same people who will still go and tell Queen Naomi that Kabiyesi is also manipulating them. Manipulating her, sorry. Saying that Kabiyesi doesn't know everything that he's doing, that Kabiyesi just want to use her, Kabiyesi just want to use her to the throne. And they will come again and the same Oloris them. Kabiyesi will say, and all of them are looking for the benefit in everything they are doing, looking for. So my correct and wonderful way, if you look at this matter very well, everything is just circling around Kabiyesi. Yes, like a vulture. Just circling it. Waiting. The Oloris in the palace are just waiting for Kabiyesi. And Kabiyesi also is waiting for them. But the thing inside the palace is that Kabiyesi can do the needful. Kabiyesi can make the command, or Kabiyesi can make the pronouncement and tell the Oloris them to leave the palace. But because of he's the one who brought the problem for himself inside the palace, he has now been what? Looking at everything in a very different or another different dimension. But he has warned them not to drag Queen Naomi's name in the mud. He has warned them not to what? Drag Queen Naomi. He has said it once and for all that this is how things are going to be. But please do not drag Queen Naomi's name. So my correct and wonderful, we look at me, we look this matter very well. Make we know how we go take chook mouth inside the matter. Yes. Make una chook mouth, make we chook mouth inside the matter, because things that are happening now is really affecting Queen Naomi, because Queen Naomi has made up her mind that we are going to what? I'm going to come back to the palace of Ile-Ife. The elders have asked her rhetorical questions. They have asked her direct questions, more the indirect questions, and she has said everything in her mind. But the problem that we are having in the palace now is the women, the Oloris in the palace, who are what? Orchestrating problems inside the palace of Ile-Ife. My correct and wonderful, and so the matter take the go. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to our page if you come across our page, and don't forget to drop your comment on the comment section. So when things done this up, una go be the first person to carry out. Yes, so my correct and wonderful, the palace scandal is happening in palace as the women of as Kabiyesi has told the women not to drag him and Olori and Queen Naomi in the palace or drag their name in the mud, that things will still get better and everything will still be okay. Thank you, my correct and wonderful. Be safe, have a nice day, and thank you very much.